Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be a kind of cute video with my brother. Basically,
can I say it?
Yeah,
it's
sure.
It's basically gonna be about, the title is Farts and Fighting.
Farts and fighting, exactly. And we're gonna be discussing what makes my little brother and me fight and what makes us get along. Basically, to just kind of relate to other siblings out there, because the reason it's titled Farts and Fighting is because the only way we get along is through farts. Do you have anything to say? Because he was excited to film this video with me too.
I just think that since we fight so much, farting is like almost, how do you say it? Our savior.
Yeah, exactly. It always saves us from fighting. This is gonna be a really cute video just where my brother and I talk about our relationship a lot. And so yeah, before we get into this video, please like this video and comment down below any other video suggestions, like ideas that you want me to do with my brother, because he loves being on my channel. I love having him on my channel.
And please subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yes, actually, he has not posted in so long, but Max has his own YouTube channel. It is titled The Happy Center, where he gives advice to be happy and stuff like that, like a little therapist. I will link the link to his channel down below so you can go subscribe, and also please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can see more videos, like relatable videos like this one. And yeah, I don't want to talk anymore, so let's get into this video and explain how the only way we get along is through farts, and what makes us fight, and how we've like been fighting over the pandemic, and just everything to do with our relationship, and what makes us fight and what makes us get along. Sit up. Technical difficulties. So I just wanted to start by saying that my brother was born when I was 5, almost 6. We're like 6 years apart. We're actually 5 years and 11 months apart, but we usually just say 6 years because
my birthday is December 31st, hers is
January 28th. Yeah, so he was born like right before my 6th birthday. And we did not fight for like so long because he was just a cute little baby and he wasn't annoying yet.
And the reason why we didn't fight is because Ruby here is obsessed with babies.
Oh yeah, I'm obsessed with babies. So when my brother was a little baby, I just loved him so much. And of course I still love him, but it's different now, you know?
When you get older, it's like
not as cute anymore. When he started like having a mind of his own and doing stuff to annoy me, that kind of bothered me. I do have a lot of regrets. I was of course just a kid. I'm still just a kid. I'm like 14 now. He's 8.
She's the one who always starts the fight. She's the one who's so annoying.
Yeah, no. I guess it's just normal sibling rivalry. We've just always fought a lot over dumb things, and we usually forget what we were fighting about. Like, I can't even remember what most of what we were fighting about.
I'll give one. Ruby wants me to get her water bottle because it's...
Yeah, I ask him to do favors for me all the time. That bugs him.
And I'm like, you can go get it, and then it starts a whole thing.
It's just a lot of like fighting for approval and like making the other look bad and the other one look good.
And fighting for one person to be able to take over the other person, almost like...
Oh yeah, we fight over, let me get it. We fight over the TV remote all the time.
We also fight over games. Like I say, I want to play like a game called Racco.
Yeah, like if we want to play a board game together, we fight over which one to play. My mom always says like, I feel like you're the only siblings who fight. I feel like everyone else gets along. And so I don't know, maybe through this video you guys can relate to this, and maybe we're not the only siblings who fight. Let me know down below if you have a sibling and you guys fight too. I just honestly feel like it's pretty normal, even though my mom thinks otherwise. But something else that's been causing us to fight a lot more is this past 18 months, the pandemic. I mean, come on, we've been stuck in this house
we're always just home with nothing to do.
Exactly. So like we have stuff to do.
We have stuff to do, but it's not like so exciting, and we got so much stuff that we're like busy, so we've got so much time to fight over.
Yeah, like we had school obviously all last year, and now we're both doing online school again this year till things get safer with the pandemic, and it's just so hard to be at home all the time with someone who you're already like really fighting with. I feel like it's easier to get along, and I feel like this goes for everyone. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, so like when you don't see someone as much, you get along with them more, if that makes any sense. I love the time we're spending together, and we have gotten along a lot over the pandemic, but at the same time, it's really made us fight more. One thing is whenever he's in online school or I'm in online school and the other's making noise, we yell, "Quiet!"
But the thing I've said before, the fighting all started, I don't know, when I was 3 or 4, because I started just growing up, I started learning how to fight back. Usually when Ruby said like, can you please do this for me or do this for me, I'd just do it. But now I realize that I also can do what I want.
Something else we have fought about over the pandemic is we got a puppy over the pandemic. I'll insert a picture of her like on the screen. She's really cute. She's actually chilling in the corner watching us film right now. But basically, we used to fight over who got to hold her in the car on the way to go for a walk or something. And now we fight over who doesn't get to hold her in the car because she's kind of psychotic.
That is not true. I always play with her, and I love to play with her because I have a lot more free time.
Max also yells at me because I'm mean to the dog, but she's mean to me, so... Yeah. It's just like during the pandemic, our mother has been very overprotective because she wants to keep us safe from COVID and everything, and I totally understand that and I totally agree with it, but at the same time, being 14 and being 8, of course, like being kids, it's kind of normal, I feel like, to kind of rebel and not want to be in the house all the time.
The one thing that I hate is that, like, when, say, we're in a fight in the pandemic, you had a normal childhood.
Yeah, that's another thing that we're like kind of irked about. It's just like Max is 8 and I'm 14. Here's the thing, Max is not gonna have like a normal early childhood, but he'll have normal teen years. Like the pandemic will eventually end, and I had a normal childhood, but like my teen years are kind of being messed up.
Like, this is not normal what we have to do to go out, because
exactly, like
it's like you go out and you have to wear masks, then you come back and you have to wash your hands.
Yeah, I know, exactly, and it's just weird, and like that's also just kind of the whole anxiety about the pandemic makes us fight more. We totally want to keep everyone safe and ourselves safe, but it's just really hard to deal with sometimes. We're cooped up with each other, and so naturally we fight, and I feel like a lot of siblings are fighting a lot more over this pandemic because cooped in the house like for over a year, it's just hard, I feel like, so I think it's normal. However, we do manage to get along through one thing, pretty much one main thing, and that is...
And can I spell it out? FARTS.
Farting. Max knows that I talk a lot about periods on my channel, and while that is something that is normal, something else that is completely normal is farting.
For an example, we could be fighting and then
yeah, here's a perfect example. Like, we'll be in the middle of a fight. Oh, I want to play this game. No, I want to play this game. And then we'll start laughing and getting along.
And then I'm like, who did that? Like,
no matter who farts, like if we're in public and we hear someone fart, or like we smell a fart.
And the funny thing that we do is that we like pretend that the other person farted. Like, say that I fart, then I say, Ruby.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I'll fart, I'll say, Max, seriously? And then my mom's like, oh, Ruby, don't pretend you don't fart. I don't know, it's just really funny. It's something we get along with a lot. Now we're gonna name the 4 kinds of farts that we love. The first one is a silent but deadly. Can you explain what that is?
It's like nobody hears it, but then suddenly you hear a bad stench.
This happens actually a lot with him. Like, you don't really hear it, but we'll just be chilling on the couch and then I'll smell like sulfur or like egg or like poo, and then I'll be like, did you? And he'll be like, yeah.
Another fart that we like is...
Another kind of fart? Yeah, what's the next kind?
Another one is like loud. It's funny.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't really smell.
But it doesn't smell. Yeah, exactly.
But it's funny. It's like...
So the loud fart, like the really... And then it doesn't like smell, but like it's so loud, if you know what I mean. And then the third kind of fart is...
Can I say it one more time?
Yeah.
It's kind of a pipsqueak fart. It's like...
Yeah, like a really quiet one, like... And then it like kind of smells like a lot, and it's like a mouse took that fart. You still hear it, of course, and you still smell it. It sounds like...
It's almost like the silent but deadly, but this time it's not completely silent.
It's just very like, and then the 4th kind is like really gross. It's like a wet sounding fart. Like it sounds like you're kind of going in your pants, if you know what I mean. Like
this. Funny thing about that fart is it lasts very long.
Those usually smell like diarrhea or like poo itself, like egg, like, you know, like spoiled rotten egg. That's kind of what it smells like. Those are the grossest. And Max, when he eats too much fruit,
oh, Ruby, don't pretend
I'm a very loud farter. I do a lot of loud farts. Can you agree with that?
Okay, I'm gonna agree. It's like once we were just sitting down watching this show that Ruby really likes, Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, Gilmore Girls.
And suddenly I hear this. And I'm like, Ruby, what was that?
As you can see, this farting and like talking about farting, Max, don't kick the tripod. Talking about farting, like just really puts a smile on our faces. It like really makes us get along, and you wouldn't think that a 14-year-old girl like would relate to an 8-year-old's antics about farting, but I honestly do, because I think that normal
We're very immature.
We're very immature. I think that normal bodily functions like having a period and farting, it should just be so normalized, and I feel like I love that Max and I get along through farting because it's just so normal. Also, any kind of fart joke, like whenever we hear a fart joke, I can't really think of any. I'm gonna look one up. Oh, here's a funny one. What's the ideal weight of a fart? 0 pounds. If it's anything more, you're in trouble.
Because it's air, but if it's anything more, then it's like poo.
Yeah, exactly. Here's another fart joke. Why did the man stop telling fart jokes?
He was told that his jokes stink.
Do you know what's scary? Attempting your first fart after having diarrhea.
Oh yeah, that happened to me a couple of weeks ago. It almost feels like you still have diarrhea.
Exactly. Here's another one. I farted at work yesterday and my coworker opened the window. It must have been bad. We're flight attendants. Honestly, like we don't don't know any fart jokes by heart, but basically just like saying fart jokes, it just brings a smile to our face, like whenever we're fighting. That's why I titled this video Farts and Fighting. What makes us get along and what makes us fight, because whenever we get along, it's because of farting, and like of course we get along over other things. Of course. We're just complete opposites, and I feel like a lot of siblings are like, I love to eat a ton of food, he's a very picky eater. I love chocolate, he hates chocolate. Max is a lot kinder than I am, and I can admit that. Like a lot of the time, I know I might seem sweet on my channel, but like I can get very like stubborn sometimes, and Max is more easygoing, and my mom loves that, which is why we fight a lot.
I know one. Yeah, actually, what's one? We're both very athletic, which you can put on the side that we're like both.
Yeah, Max plays baseball, I play tennis.
But the thing is that I think I'm a little more athletic than you.
Yeah, that's the
thing is, I like to get really good at something, and she just likes to get like, she likes to get good at stuff, but she
I kind of go with the flow.
She does it over time. Meanwhile, I like to do it in one day.
Yeah. Basically, the main idea is that Max and I are very different, and I think a lot of siblings are different. However, the one thing that we have in common is we love farts, and we get along over farts, and we laugh about farts, and just through those funny things in life that I feel like everyone is kind of embarrassed by, like farting in public. You always want to hold in a fart. And there's also that whole thing about like, we agree, Max and I both agree that we should be able to fart with someone who we're in a relationship with. One day, when we start dating, I'll obviously start dating sooner than him, but like,
you need to be able to be calm around that person.
Comfortable.
You need to know that if you fart, they are not going to say, ew, gross, I don't want to be with you anymore.
Yeah, you want someone who will laugh at it and like make jokes about it, like us.
Because
like
everybody in their life, other than babies who have been alive for 1 second right now, have farted before.
Exactly. Every single person has farted, and if you're saying that you've never farted, then you are a liar, and I don't want to talk to you. Just the whole embarrassment, like holding in a fart in class. You've never really had to deal with that because of the pandemic, but like being in person in school and like you're sitting in your desk chair and your butt's like clenched because you don't want to fart. Literally, I wish the world would be more accepting and like laugh about farts like Max and I are, because they're just so funny, and like it's not embarrassing. Like laugh over the smell, laugh over the sound. Like I feel like everyone's just so uptight about it, and that's why we get along over it.
The only way that we can really like
relate to each other.
Make a diagram of stuff, and then the only thing that's really in the middle.
Venn diagram, yeah. Like imagine a Venn diagram, and then there's Max, and then there's me, but in the middle where there's two circles overlap, there's farts. Anyway guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching it. I really hope that this video brought a smile to your face, and maybe it helped you to relate to us or to make you kind of feel less alone. Like I feel like a lot of people out there have siblings.
The one thing that's good about us, even though we fight a lot, we can both be normal around each other. Like we can
exactly, like with farting. Like we can talk about farts. Like we're not uptight siblings. Like a lot of the reason we fight is because like we're so close. And like we really are close, being able to fart all the time and like relate to farts.
Yeah, like some siblings just don't like talking to the
like a lot of families are very uptight about that kind of stuff, like normal bodily functions, and I just kind of want to remove that stigma.
Even when we're fighting, I still want to talk to you. Like I want to express my feelings.
I just really hope that through this video you were able to see that maybe you fighting with your siblings is not completely abnormal, that farting is something that should be accepted, and if you're someone who farts a lot, has a lot of gas, you probably related to this video a lot. Any last words on this video and what it was like to film it with me, the topic, farting, fighting?
No, there's one thing that I would like to add though.
Sure.
That's really funny. Another person who farts a lot are dogs.
Yeah, dogs! My puppy farts so much, and she kind of like farts like, and then kind of runs away from it because she's scared.
I'll like basically show it. So she's just walking around. Then she does that little pip squeak fart.
And then she goes, like she kind of goes,
yeah.
Who farted? Who farted? Before you leave, please like this video, and what should they comment down below if they made it to the end of this video?
I know.
Farting and fighting. If you made it to the end of this video, comment down below farts and fighting, because that's what this video is about. And also please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more relatable content. And also subscribe to his YouTube channel. I will link it down below so you guys can go subscribe. I just make so much other relatable content, like period videos. If you're someone who has a period, I think you would really like those videos, and I will link some down below. Max and I actually did a whole video where my brother learns about periods, where I educated him on periods and where we talked about periods and how there's something so normal. So I will also link that video down below, and all the other videos where my brother is featured in. I'll try to remember like where he makes a kind of cameo in some of my videos, and I will link those down below. I just really love my brother a lot, even though we fight a lot.
And I love my sister.
Aww. I really love making videos with him because it's something else that makes us get along. And yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching it, and I love you guys. Say bye with me. Bye!